Hello, hi. Can everyone hear us? We probably have you on mute, so great, thank you, thank you. I just want to say welcome to the Health Gaps Nutrition Train the Trainer virtual program. This is our pilot event, so bear with us. We've worked out as many bugs as we possibly can, but we think you're going to enjoy this program. My name is Jarita Simpson. I'm the Community Projects Director for the Health Gap, and I'm going to introduce you to our Nutrition Train the Trainer facilitator, Miss Annette Bell. She is a registered dietitian, and is it also a licensed dietitian in addition?
Yes.
Okay, licensed dietitian. So she is going to introduce you to the program, and take it away, Annette.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. I am so excited to see all of you on the call today. So what I would like to do is just go over the agenda for this first session. So just want to remind everybody that after the 4-week session, this is a 4-week session, everyone will need to register each time, and that's for attendance purposes. And then also at the end, we'll have a survey that we'll also use for attendance in terms of completion. So we'll need you to do that. And then for those that complete all 4 sessions, you will receive a certificate at the end. And if you attend at least 3 sessions, we have an incentive to give at the end. Okay, so we're gonna start in a minute. So for the first 35 minutes, I'll be teaching 3 different sections, and then we'll allow at least 10 minutes for questions and answers, and then allow at least 7 minutes for you to complete the survey. So you'll be able to complete the survey right away. Okay. So let's see. Can everyone see my screen? Let me share my screen. Can everyone see the screen?
It may take a few more seconds, Annette. I don't see it yet, though. Try it again, Annette.
Okay. Okay, now can everyone see the screen?
There it is.
Okay.
It's up.
Great. Great.
You may need to scroll up so they can see the...
Okay, so in terms of what we're going to be doing today, and this is also in the chat box where it shows all the handouts, but I'll also be showing each handout as we go over it. We're going to be talking about the learning styles, My Plate, and food labels. And then also you'll be able to pull up a YouTube food demonstration where I've included all the recipes for all 6 best healthy chicken recipes that are so easy to make and delicious. So we like easy and we like delicious. And then you'll also be able to do the survey from the chat box. So go back. And actually, and bear with me, this is my first time actually hosting the meeting, but not my first time doing Nutrition Train the Trainer. So this is a learning experience for me as well. So one of the handouts that you received talks about the learning styles. So one thing I want to say, the primary goal of this section is for you to learn the principles of effective adult learning and also be able to describe the 3 types of learning styles. And I want to reiterate, there's no right or wrong way to learning. People learn different ways. So one of the handouts that you should have, move this out the way. It's how do adults learn? Okay, adults are challenged, or they are a challenge to teach. And that's because we are intelligent, inquisitive, and usually highly motivated to learn. And a good teacher of adults, they will be accepting of the adults' needs for self-direction and personal responsibility, and even involvement in the learning process. So a key to success is to be flexible when developing your teaching plans and methods, and always have a plan B in case, you start to do your teaching and the people, it just seems to be going a different way, or just may need to go a different route, or equipment or something may not work out. So always have a plan B. So how do adults learn? First of all, and this is in your handout, adults are unique. They know a lot from many experiences. They have a lot of opinions, values, and beliefs. So sometimes if their belief is so strong, you may not be able to get them to change their opinion on what they believe in or what they value. Okay, so you don't want to get into an argument with them, but know that those do count as well. They're also highly time conscious, so it's always important to start on time and end on time. They learn by a variety of methods, and like I said, we're going to talk about the 3 styles. They like to actively participate, so nobody likes to be read to all the time. They like to be involved in the teaching process. And they are seeking answers to current problems, and they will not return if the training provided does not meet their needs. So thus you'll start to see people just drop off because maybe they find it boring, or it's just not, excuse me, what they expected it to be. So another handout that you have is the principles of effective adult learning. So your first step in teaching, I want to say adults, but any group, you want to find out what the people expect, what do they already know. So you want to do a needs assessment. And then if you could find out some demographic about who you will be teaching, that will be to your advantage, because you want to teach at an appropriate level as well. Okay, and I can't stress that how important that is, to find out as much as you can before you start teaching. And then listen to your learners to see if the training will be a good fit for the participants. So when you're doing your assessments to find out what they hope to accomplish, you really want to pay attention to what they're saying and think about what you plan on presenting. Okay, so then the other thing you want to make sure you do, important principles to training, you want to make sure the environment is safe for learning. You don't want anybody to feel like it's over their head. So you want to teach at the right level. So begin with simple, clear, and easy tasks before advancing to more complex or difficult ones. And be non-judgmental, and then affirm every contribution. And then respect. We need to make sure that everyone is respected, and then everyone that's present, they respect each other too. And let folks know there's no dumb answer. You want to find out something, ask the question, otherwise you won't know. And then listen and repeat your understanding to what the speaker is saying. It needs to be relevant. When I say relevant, you need to make sure when you do examples that it applies to that person. There's nothing more disheartening than, let's say we're going to do a cooking demonstration, and I'm doing a cooking demonstration for, let's say, Southern people that cook in the South, and here I'm trying to do a cooking demonstration on how to make Chinese food. You want to make it relevant. And then immediacy. provide opportunities for the learner to immediately apply the information when possible. So give them some time to practice what you just went over. And in teamwork, ensure everyone gets to be included in activities and they have the resources that they need. So plan some small group activities as well, or some partnering activities or discussions. And then as far as engagement, learning is an active process. So you want to include opportunities for the learners to hear, see, and do what you just went over. So incorporating several activities. And then the evaluation, make sure you utilize an evaluation process to get the people to think about how they're going to use the information that they just learned. So, and that's another reason why it's so important for you all to complete the evaluation, you know, and be honest, because I don't get to see who said what. So if you got some tips for me, I'm open to them. Sometimes some of the tips might hurt, but you know what? It's a learning process for me as well. So I appreciate them, and I appreciate your honesty. So let's think about, what kind of learner are you? And there's basically 3 types of learners. One is visual, where you learn by seeing or reading. And then you have more information there to give some more examples. The other is auditory, where you learn by listening. And then the third one is the kinesthetic, where you learn by doing. Okay, but like I mentioned earlier, some people, they might be one type of learner. Some people might learn multiple ways, or they might learn all 3 ways. So an additional handout that I included is, what is your preferred learning style? So I'd like to encourage you to take this assessment to see what is really your preferred learning style. You might find out that you're really a visual learner, or you might find out you're 2 different types of learner. And like I said, there's no right or wrong way to learn. So next, I would like to talk about building a healthy meal using MyPlate. Are you all, anybody getting an echo?
Maybe I'll see if I mute myself, if that'll help, Annette.
Okay. So the primary goal for building a healthy meal using MyPlate is to help participants be able to plan healthy meals using the MyPlate as a guideline, identify which food group of food belongs to, and then also be able to tell at least one main nutrient you get from each food group. One thing I'd like for you all to remember is, a healthy meal starts with more vegetables and fruit and smaller portions of protein and grains. A lot of people like to do it the opposite. Little meat, little vegetables, little bit of fruit, but a whole lot of meat and potatoes. But no, it should really be the other way around. Most Americans eat way too much meat as it is, and it's the most expensive part of our grocery list. So think about how you can adjust the portions on your plate to get more of what you need without too many calories. And what we need more of is vitamins and minerals. And don't forget dairy. Make it the beverage with your meal, or add fat-free or low-fat dairy products to your plate. So let's look at the MyPlate guideline. Excuse me for 1 minute. So I have some things here that I'd like to share in talking about MyPlate. Excuse me. So in terms of breakfast, if you use a regular size dinner plate, you know, 8 to 10 inch plate, such as this plate here, It's better if you use a 6-inch plate for breakfast. So you get smaller portions. Can everyone see the difference?
Yes.
Okay. So in either case, you want to use, if you use the dinner plate, use half that plate, and you want to have at least half of your plate should still have the pretty vegetables or fruit, you know, some pretty vegetables like broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, purple cabbage, beets, and you need that for energy, vitamin A and C. And it also provides fiber and your micronutrients. And the good thing is they're low in calories, provided we don't turn around and add sugar and more fat. Okay, so let me move this up a little.
That's fine, Mom. Your picture's fine.
Okay, then half your plate, like I said, is the pretty vegetable. And then the other 1/4 of your plate will be with lean meat or meat substitutes like chicken, fish, beans, tofu, nuts. And the protein source, it helps you to feel full. It'll build muscles. It helps with wound healing, provide iron and other important vitamins and minerals. And then lastly, the other 1/4 of your plate, fill it with your whole grains like potatoes or 100% whole wheat bread or whole wheat pasta or brown rice. And this will provide you with energy and your B vitamins and fiber as well. So with whole grains, it helps to keep you full and help your bowels stay regulated. The one thing I want to say about fiber though, is when you increase your fiber intake, increase your water intake so that you don't have all that gas and bloating feeling. Okay, then I want to say, encourage you to add fruit, which is also important for energy and micronutrients. And then when you choose dairy, want to encourage you to go for the low fat dairy. And like I said, you know, if you can make the milk as your, or make it your dairy choice or your beverage choice, that'll be great. But you need this for vitamin D and calcium for your teeth and your bones. And then down below talks about here, adding margarine or oil for preparation or an addition at the table, but do this in moderation. And you want to go for the healthy fats, things like olive oil or canola oil. And that's going to give you the fats that can help lower your cholesterol. That's what you want to go for. And let's look at the back page. I want to encourage you to look at the back page because it gives you some meal planning guidelines, and it also gives you some visual tips for portion sizes to help you with that. Because especially like when people go out to eat, you're not taking a measuring cup with you to measure everything. So if you can kind of eyeball or even practice portion control, that'll be excellent. The other handout that I provided is Protect Your Heart, Make Smart Food Choices. It too provides you with some tips on how to make healthier choices, you know, things to eat more of, things to cut back on, you know, so it's an excellent resource when you're trying your best to eat more healthy. Okay, so our last section for this week is reading the food labels. And the goal for this section is for you to be able to distinguish serving size from servings per container, understand how consuming a full container affects your nutrients, know the difference between total sugar and added sugar, and understand how to read the panel in order for you to make healthier choices based on your health status. And then figure out if a product is high or low in a specific nutrient that maybe you have to be more cautious or aware of. So let's look at reading the labels. And it's actually 2 sheets. And one thing I want to say too, improved food choices can lead to healthier diets and a better health. And a healthy eating patterns focusing on consuming fewer calories and making informed food choices can also help people achieve and maintain healthy weight, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and just in general promote overall good health. So in reading the food labels, I want to talk about the 7 steps. Okay, the first thing you want to look at is serving size. Like on this container, the serving size is 2/3 cup. How many servings is in this container is 8. So if somebody eats the whole bag, then they have to multiply everything times 8. So you really want to pay attention to it. And, you know, think about what size portion you eat of this particular product, but keep in mind, serving size listed on the container. Next, you want to check out the total calories. Okay, so like I said, if somebody ate this whole container, that means they had to multiply 8 times 230. And you'd be surprised. I'll take, you know, a bag of potato chips that people eat. They don't realize that is 2 or 3 servings, and they sat down, they ate the whole bag. So pay attention. Third step is looking at the percent daily value. That's right here. And this is very important in terms of you trying to make choices that's gonna work best for your health, okay? So use the percent daily value to see if an item is high or low in that particular item. For example, with this food item here, saturated fat is 5%, but the total fat, the percent daily value is 12%. So if something is 5% or less, then it's going to be low in that particular item. If it is over 5 to 19% the daily value, then it's considered a good source. If it's 20 and higher, it's considered an excellent source. But keep in mind, you don't want the high source or the excellent source in, let's say, total fat. So here, this is an excellent source of fat, but you're trying to watch your fat. So that wouldn't be, this wouldn't be a particular food item that you would purchase. And then in terms of total carbohydrates, look at this, 12% of the total carbohydrates, okay? And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that. But then you look at vitamin A, 10%, that's a good source of vitamin A. Calcium, 20%, excellent source of calcium. Iron, 45%, excellent source of iron. So it depends on what you need to really, really pay attention to. You know, some people might need more vitamins and minerals of certain things depending on their health status. And then the percent daily value, I want to say it's based on somebody eating like a 2,000 calorie diet. And some people need to eat less, some people need to eat more. It also depends on your activity level. Okay, step 4, you want to check out different nutrition terms. You know, some products, they might advertise that it's low calorie. If it's low calorie, then it's saying it has at least 40 calories or less per serving. If it's low in cholesterol, then it has at least 20 milligrams or less, or 2 grams of or less of saturated fat per serving. So really pay attention to nutrition terms. Some other terms I want to go over is it might say reduced, and all that means is it has less, at least 25% less of a specified nutrient or calories than how a usual product is made. If it says, like I mentioned earlier, low source provides at least 5% of the percent daily value. A good source provides 10 to 19% of the daily value. And an excellent source provides at least 20% of the percent daily value. So looking at this here, calorie free, that means it has less than 5 calories per serving. If it says fat free or sugar free, then it's less than 1/2 gram of fat or 1/2 gram of sugar per serving. So it's got a little bit, but it's so little that food industries can call it fat free or sugar free. If a product says it's low sodium, then it has at least 140 milligrams or less of sodium per serving. So step 5, and I want to go to the next page. Whoops.
Let's see. Like I said, I just had a piece of meat.
Okay, so step 5, you really want to choose low in saturated fat, low in added sugars, and low in sodiums, because eating less saturated fats and added sugars and sodium may help reduce your risk of different chronic diseases. I can't stress that enough. And then saturated fats and trans fats are linked to increased risk of heart disease. And eating too much added sugar, it makes it difficult for you to be able to meet your vitamins and mineral requirements and stay within your calorie requirements. So stay away from the added sugars. High levels of sodium can add up to high blood pressure. So if you need to watch your blood pressure, you really, really, really want to watch the sodium content and watch that percent daily value. And then remember to aim low for the fat, added sugars, and sodium. But then on the other hand, you want to get enough vitamins and minerals and fiber. So eating more fibers, potassium, vitamin D, calcium, and iron to maintain good health helps to reduce your risk of certain health problems such as osteoporosis and anemia. So choose more fruits and vegetables to get more of these nutrients. And then remember, aim high for the percent daily values. So looking at this product here, 10% of vitamin D, so that's a good source. 20% of calcium, that's an excellent source. 45% iron, it is an excellent source, but it's, okay as being a source of potassium if you need to increase your potassium. And then the other thing I want to just stress on the food label is foods with more than one ingredient. They must have an ingredient list on the label, and ingredients are listed in descending order. So those in the largest amount are listed first. So I'll show another label where it has the ingredient list. So this information is particularly helpful for individuals with food sensitivities, those who wish to avoid pork or shellfish or limit their sugars, or even people who would like to be on a vegetarian eating plan. So let's review 2 of my favorite snacks. Almonds. Okay, the only thing about almonds, and you have this handout, is 1 ounce is equal to 1/4 cup. And the calories, well, let me back up. It has this bag, because I buy the big bag of almonds. This bag has 38 servings per container. And I literally scoop up a serving and put it in my snack pack or snack bag.
Recipe.
Calories is 170. Okay, and looking at this is low in saturated fat, but it's high in total fats. So it has your polyunsaturated fats. It's low in cholesterol. There's no cholesterol. As a matter of fact, you only get cholesterol from animal sources. You don't get it from fruits or vegetables. It's low in sodium. It's low in total carbohydrates, but it's high in dietary fiber. Okay, so pay attention to the percent daily value. And on the ingredient list, whoops. Here it's almonds, and then it has the oils that they use. So they actually added a little oil because this was roasted, salted almonds, but it's predominantly almonds is the ingredients. Okay, my next favorite snack is popcorn. So, and I like Axe 2, the light butter. And actually I had put my serving size is 3 cups, but on the bag, it says serving size is 3 tablespoons of unpopped, which is equivalent to 6.5 cups of popped popcorn. Now they have on here that the calories is 15 calories per cup, but when I calculated it, it comes out to 22 calories per cup. But overall, 6.5 cups provide you with 140 calories. So let me ask you, which would you like? Would you like a 4th cup of almonds, or would you like to have 6.5 cups of popcorn? So the choice is yours, you know, think about it. I think on most days I go for the popcorn, but then there's some days, you know, it's like, give me the almonds. Okay, so I really hope that you have found, let me minimize this. I really hope that you have found these sessions very helpful. Let's see, I'm trying to get back to my, see everybody. That's kind of like what I want.
See if you can minimize the Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
The Zoom page. I don't know if that'll work, but.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so I really do hope that you all enjoyed these 3 sessions. Next week, I will be teaching the session, and we will be going over, let me pull up, let me go back. I know eating on a budget and eating carbohydrates the healthy way. So I'll be going in more details on carbohydrates. How do you eat carbs? You know, with folks talking about low carb diets and no carb diets, you know, how do you eat carbohydrates the healthy way? So we will now take questions. And if you all, I believe you all can unmute yourselves, and I will take questions.
Yeah, there should be like a little microphone at the bottom. You can just click on it and it'll show a microphone for those of you who may not be familiar.
Hi, this is Diana Bailey, and I'm trying to find out, I got started kind of late. The handouts that you had, when I finally did get in and I pulled up the screen, it said you could print those. Can I still do that, or?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So you will be able to print those handouts.
Okay, so when we end the call, will I still be able to print them, or is that only while the call is in session?
You should be able to, once we pull it up again, in terms of reviewing the recorded video,
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to still print it, and it's actually in the chat section. Let me try to minimize.
That's correct, Annette. You should be over on the chat side. You should be able to see somewhere, if they haven't moved it,
I don't
a link.
see it at all.
You don't see it at all. A link to the handouts.
Okay, let me go back in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't. Nope.
Yeah, it should. You might have to scroll up. If you click on chat, you'll see on the right-hand side.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Scroll up, and then this.
Scroll up. I need to scroll up, or do you need to scroll up?
Yes, ma'am. You can scroll up.
We all need to scroll up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it says, ask me something. I don't see where I scroll.
Did you click on the chat button at the bottom?
See, I don't see any of that. Kind of when you went full screen, I lost that.
And yours might be at the top too.
Oh, Miss Bailey, if you take your mouse and kind of roll it over the screen, you should see some information at the bottom.
Yeah, it was there, and now it's, wait a minute. And now
it should say chat at the bottom.
I see chat. I see chat.
Okay, click on that.
I did.
Okay, and on the right-hand side, you should see participants. Looks like little messages from different people.
It just says to and type message here. That's what I see.
Okay.
Under when I chat.
What we'll do is, because I think Annette, before the session started, she had emailed everybody all of the handouts. So we can email them to you.
Okay,
and you'll be able to print them at a later time.
That would be great. That would be absolutely wonderful. That was my concern. Thank you. Very good presentation. This is always helpful. You know, this is something that's near and dear to my heart, and really wanting to be able to educate, particularly the brown and Black population, just how to read. And I'm wondering, do we have anything in progress where we can work with these stores, Kroger's, the Walmarts, Sure Finds, you know, the Save-A-Lots, you know, where they could, that some of this information can be displayed and teaching folks how to understand labels and what it means. Or somebody actually even having somebody physically at those stores, you know, and with handouts where people can come up and ask questions. Because I think that's part of the problem. People have no idea, you know, that if you eat the whole thing, you're eating over 1,000, as you pointed out. You 230 times 8 servings, you're eating over 1,000 calories right there. And you multiply all that information by 8.
And we have done grocery store presentations. And I know I've done several presentations at Kroger's, but it's been a while. And what I am finding by doing more of the nutrition train the trainer classes is how many people do not know how to read the food label. So that's a excellent suggestion to even focus on, you know, little tidbits. And it's so simple. And it's simple to me, but once people learn it, then they have it. Especially, you know, like I mentioned, folks that need to watch their sodium or their cholesterol or sugar intake. Nobody understood what the daily value meant.
Exactly, and especially like our niece is with us right now, and she loves the Romanon noodles. They are ridiculous. I just looked at the sodium content on that, and it's like 550 milligrams of sodium in that one little container. And I know our young people, you know, it's simple, it's easy, it's a no-brainer, but it is one of the most unhealthy foods.
Right.
That I know.
Yeah, that is the scary part. It's like just pour the salt in your mouth. You may as well be doing
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in response to your question about having someone at the grocery stores, for the people who are familiar with Cincinnati, I do know that City Council has announced they're giving, I think, $500,000 for a grocery store right there in the new Avondale Town Center.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is a beautiful thing. We've needed a grocery store there for so long. I mean, a really good grocery store where we can get fresh
Right.
produce and
Mm-hmm.
vegetables and, you know,
Exactly.
not
Yeah,
shopping at Family Dollar.
exactly. But again, my big thing is how, you know, how do we get this word? You know, I almost feel like we also need to be in the schools. We need to be educating our children now versus wait till they become adults and they've already got all the bad habits, you know,
Right.
in place, and understanding, you know, how to make healthier choices.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've
Well, I know
also,
the
the
health.
health gaps gone in the schools as well. So we try to get all populations, all ages, from the babies to the seasoned.
Right. You
And
know, another avenue to even think about too is using the churches,
yep.
really to get this kind of information out, you know, for posting or having somebody from Closing the Health Gap, you know, be available, you know, to speak to that. You know, I know with the pandemic, things are different, you know, but, you know, we're all getting used to Zoom and doing it and communicating differently now. Um, you know, in some way, you know, to get that information out. And like I said, prayerfully, once, you know, we get past you know, this whole piece of the pandemic, I think the churches are an excellent avenue in order to get the word out and keep educating our educating everyone, no matter, you know, what church it is, you know, Catholic,
Right.
Baptist, you know, because we are so not in tune to paying attention to the labels. And I really didn't until pay attention to labels until my parents really got sick, and I'm a nurse. But, you know, as their health started to fail them more, I needed to really change their whole way of how they were eating. And really, my sister and I became we're avid label readers.
All right. Good job. Good job. And actually, the Center for the Closing the Health Gap, when they first started reaching out to the community, we actually went into the churches and started training churches on how to even implement a wellness ministry. For
Mm-hmm.
those that may have came in a little late, as I mentioned, I am the leader of Union Baptist Church Health and
Mm-hmm.
Wellness Ministry. So yes, we train the churches and like you mentioned, with everybody doing Zoom and the churches are not all open, for our newsletters, I send information and tips to the churches for the newsletters too. So even for the gleaners, it could be a gleaner insert. But
Right. That would be I haven't seen anything. I belong to New Prospect, and I'm
Mhm.
part of our mental health ministry and our health and wellness ministry. And so that would be something I'd love to see, you know, us do.
Okay. Right. So are there any other questions? As we have about 2 more minutes. And like I said, for anybody else that may have come on late, this is a 4-week session.
Mm-hmm.
And we need you to register each week for
Okay.
attendance purposes, and then also complete the survey at the end, which is also, the link is here in the chat section. You complete that so that we will know who has completed the courses to the end. And if you
So
attend
sorry.
all 4 sessions, you'll get a certificate. If you attend 3 sessions, at least 3 sessions, you'll also get an incentive. So you attend 4, you get the certificate at the end and the incentive.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I'm going to get off my phone.
Can everyone see the survey link?
No.
I know
No?
Ms.
Okay.
Bailey cannot.
Okay, because we need to have the survey. That's the only way we can tell that you were here for the session. It's only about 4 questions. I'm trying to, Lauren is, there it is. Lauren has just put it at the bottom of the chat. So if you scroll all the way down, just click on it, do the survey.
Okay, I'm trying to even get that to come back up. You know where it has where you get audio. I'm clicking, but it's not. I'm not getting my chat box back.
Roll your mouse over the black section of the screen, and you should see chat right at the bottom in the middle of your screen.
When our presenter was there and her face was up, I was able to do that. But when she disappeared, because I'm hitting on the bottom where the Zoom is, and all I have is just Zoom on my screen. I have nothing else.
Try hitting escape, the escape button on your computer.
Okay, okay, that's the microphone. I'm trying to see if it'll show me. That's the microphone. That's the camera.
Try hitting the escape button on your keyboard.
I'm sorry, you said try hitting escape?
On your keyboard.
Okay, I did that.
Did it?
Still didn't give me the chat, you know, the piece where I saw that earlier. But now I don't see that piece where it's showing me the chat in order to be able to complete the survey.
If you hover over the bottom of the video part.
And while I'm hovering over the bottom and nothing is coming up. At the top, again, it's showing me mute my auto, stop the video, or exit, minimize video. Now, I don't want to do any of that.
You should move over. It should be towards the center of the screen. It'll say chat, like a little
I know exactly. I know exactly what it is, but for whatever reason, I'm not seeing that at all.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I've done it before.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing anything. So is that something, again, that can be emailed as well and I can send it back, or is that only in the in this format?
Yes, we'll email that as well.
Okay, that would be great.
I had to click on the chat icon to access the link.
Yeah, but I'm not getting the chat icon. That's my problem.
Gotcha.
I just want to add one more thing. For some people who enrolled through Eventbrite, all of your demographic information did not come up. So for those who I didn't get all their demographic information, I sent out another different Survey Monkey that's going to ask you all those questions. And if you please, I really need that information answered. It's basically for our surveys internally, just so that we know we're reaching the right population and we're tailoring all of our programs to you all specifically.
Okay, so you're going to send out just another to our email address, and then we will get that that link, and we can complete it there. Yes. Okay, fantastic.
So, Ms. Bailey, we'll send you the handouts. You'll have today's survey, and then you'll have an additional survey that'll be basically demographic information.
Okay, that's no problem.
And like Ms. Annette was saying, pre-register for next week's session. And then on the third session, we'll have a different facilitator. His name is Chef Michael Vinegar.
Okay.
So just to give you some other things to look forward to.
All right.
If anybody's having any difficulty with filling out today's survey, please let us know. And I will leave it to Annette with any other remarks or comments that she wants to make. We still have about 10 minutes. We can share stories or any other questions you might have or comments.
Well, I just want to say, I just truly thank everyone for getting on the call. And like I said, you know, be as honest as possible, because I also learn from the evaluations as well. But I also like to try to present and give information where it's easy to understand. As mentioned earlier, in working with the Health Gap, we work with all ages, from our babies all the way to the seasoned folks. So in the churches and the community centers and the schools, of course, this COVID thing has kind of made us do something new. And this is a learning experience for me. I plan on being a professional on how to do Zoom. So, but thank you all. I truly appreciate you getting on the call.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And if you think of any other questions later
And what's your, and you know what, I made it to the virtual nutrition. I don't know. Annette, what's your full name again?
Annette, middle initial I, last name.
A-N-E-T-T-E?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then middle initial I.
Uh-huh.
And last name is Bell. So I see all of our names are on the screen.
Bell, okay. Got that.
B-E-L-L.
I got it. And then they're asking me for a date, which is today.
Oh, you found it.
I did. When you came back up again and your face came back up, it came back up. So I have the questions here.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Well, I'm doing
There's
that
nothing
now.
like getting the task done now.
Yes.
Don't have to worry about it later.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, I see some people, like Jarita mentioned, we do need to have your name, and I see some folks, your phone numbers are listed. So either your name and your email address, we'll need that to stay in contact with you during these 4 sessions and to get your certificates. Can't put a phone number on a certificate. So if there are no other questions and you've completed your surveys, thank you so much again. And that ends this session, and truly appreciate you all.
Now, I can still stay in a complete evaluation.
Oh yeah, we're not going.
Okay.
We're not going anywhere.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good job.
Now there's this A and B. It says new steps learned. Then it says my action step A, and then new things learned B. I'm a little bit confused.
So have you learned anything during this session? Was there any new things or aha moments that stood out for you?
I said new things learned. I put wanting to share this information. My action step was really, I guess what my action step would be sharing this information with with New Prospect Baptist Church Health and Wellness Ministry.
Yes, yes. Now who's over that ministry?
I don't know if we, I kind of always put Sister Lynch there, but she's on the First Lady Initiative.
Right.
Well, that they do at all the churches.
Right.
So what's this B? New things learned B.
So a second thing. So it's basically asking you for 2 new things that you learned.
New things. Okay. All right.
Or it could be an affirmation, just like you mentioned with your parents, you reading the food labels even more. And then the aha moment for you is, hey, let's put this in the grocery stores. Let's teach
Right.
this to the churches. And now that you know, you can say, hey, can I come to the church and show you all how to read the food labels? Because I'm only one person. And that's why I love doing Nutrition Train the Trainers, to train more people to go out and do what I do legally. So yeah, it's just like the Bible. Don't keep it to yourself.
I know that's right.
Well, if everyone has completed their survey and they have no other questions about next week or anything, thank you for joining us, and we'll stay on a little bit longer. So if you need to finish up your surveys or anything, you can do that.
I just finished.
All right.
All right, Miss Bailey. We appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss Newton, Miss Sawyer, Miss Watts, Miss Davis. Appreciate you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Great session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still working on my evaluation.
Take your time.
Yep. Mm.
Hey, Annette,
Yes.
can you make me the host again?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, I forgot to show them my root vegetables. I roasted some fresh beets, parsnip, Brussels sprouts, carrots, sweet potatoes, and yellow potatoes. And I had it right here. That's why I reached in, when I reached in the bag to
Oh,
get my plate, I got
yeah.
the food. And I was gonna show them part of my dinner, all these pretty colors.
You know, I used to make roast like rutabagas and parsnips. I think parsnips are the ones that taste really sweet when you roast them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's white.
So,
Parsnips is white.
yeah. So,
I
Miss
don't know.
Davis
It's all sweet to me.
and Miss Newton, are you all still working? Miss Newton, are you there?
I think
think
she may have left and didn't shut off.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
But that looks like,
Can we put her in the waiting room just in case, or do we need to remove her?
Yeah, we can put her in the waiting room. I don't want to remove her. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So, initial thoughts, reactions?
I can't wait to see the playback.
Yeah. I think like instead of doing the handouts like on the screen, like maybe we should just do a PowerPoint with the key points.
And I had that too.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
I think so too. Yeah, you can, you know, just Annette can share it and just scroll through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better too.
And then like any visuals and stuff, that makes it easier to put those in there as well. So.
Any what?
Any visuals, like extra visuals that she wants to use.
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
it easier to just put it into a PowerPoint so people can see it. That way you don't have to hold stuff up on the screen. You can just
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shucks, I didn't plug this laptop in. It's about to die on me.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, next week, are you still good for 5 o'clock to just get it started?
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
was my speed too fast, too slow?
I think your pitch was good. I think your speed was good. I think it'll flow a lot easier for you, but you sounded like you were very comfortable.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I was very nervous.
When you pulled it off.
This was so new to me.
It's okay. I mean, we did it, right?
Will tell you.
Yeah.
So we're learning. We're all learning.
Okay. So Annette, did you see the chats that I was sending you, like 20 minutes and 10 minutes?
Nope. I was so focused.
Okay, yeah, I was sending you chats like, okay, we got 20 minutes for content left, 10 minutes left.
I was looking at the clock too.
Yeah, okay. So sometimes, you know, you can open up like your chat so that way they'll all be there on the side and you'll see like if it comes from me or Lauren privately, it's in red on the side. You see that, obviously. So that way you'll be able to just kind of glance over and you'll see, oh, there's something else going on. So
Yeah,
Lauren, when you send out
yeah.
the invite for 5 o'clock next week, add Michael to it too, because
He was
and
at it. He was at it.
I know. I really need to have him just like be there, because I think this is going to be, I don't think he's used Zoom ever. Maybe
Well,
he
not
has.
way.
Huh?
Not on the computer. I think he always uses it on his phone.
Yeah, so, you know.
It's a
So
whole
like I
lot
said, I
different
tried-
on the phone, I'll tell you that. It's
Yeah, I tried calling him, and I just couldn't get in touch with him.
We need a schedule beforehand with him.
Yeah.
yeah, because he takes care of his kids.
Yeah.
I know his wife. He's working too. I don't know if it's full time, but yeah, I know his wife works, and so
Yeah, it just seemed like every time I call, he's got the kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I did not notice. And I'm looking at the chats, and I still don't.
You can see the group chat though, right?
Yes, I see from Renee. Okay, I didn't see anything in red.
If you see
So
something
next
today,
Yeah, that was me.
I didn't
Privately.
see it. I didn't see it. It said privately, but it
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
"Can you?"
that's the one.
stay
So
on
read
for a
underneath what it
minute?"
says.
It said, "Can you stay on for a minute?"
Yeah.
Right. So if you scroll up above, I had sent you like a private chat saying, okay, 10 minutes of content left, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think for next
I
time
see
you
it. It wasn't in red. I see it. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So for the next time, if you, when we start, hit your chat box, it'll open up on the right and it'll stay open.
But will everybody see it?
No.
No,
only
no,
for-
because just like it says privately,
Uh-huh.
it says from Lauren to me, or from Renee to Annette, or me to
Yeah,
Annette.
I see the red is private.
Yeah, that means only you get the text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because sometimes there might, you know, add this in here, Annette, or remember about the, I don't know, but
Oh, okay. I'll pay
it's
attention.
just a good function to have if you need to share something you don't want the whole group to know.
Right,
you know.
got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I was watching the time. Plus, I knew when I was practicing, I had time myself. So I knew it wasn't going to take 35 minutes.
Well, I thought it was really good overall. I thought you did great. I think some of the really good highlights of the handouts, and
I think we lost.
yeah. Oh, maybe the battery went out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we lost her.
Okay, well, we'll talk tomorrow then.
Yeah. Or do we
Okay.
still have that meeting on Thursday or no?
You know, the one is the community engagement meeting, so I know we'll have that. But you mean the other one at 11:30?
11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's going to be the one where Vashti is going to want to know how everything with the surveys and stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see, because I thought, hold on. Did I had,
Not Vashti, I meant Priya. Priya's going to want to know.
yeah. I'm trying to see, because I think that I had scheduled something. Okay, so this is that one meeting that I scheduled. I'm trying to make sure all my schedules, all my meetings are scheduled properly. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. Next Tuesday, we'll meet at 5 again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sending Annette just a text that we know her computer died, so. So, all right. Congratulations. Went perfect.
Yes, I'm so happy about that. Oh, she's calling me. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, I figured. That's okay. You did good. So, we will do this again next week and go from there. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, so that's it.
All right, cool.
All right. Talk to you later.
Good night, then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.